Ki MLA jengko Kongres sakasi palai ki lalai bandawa na ulat kajala usatia pal malik banyakran halok je khun dawa LP bot kumjuru ban budien halok Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act. Habakren bagi lap thai kubor unong ilam ki MLA ke Kongres Dr. Mukul Sangma luong bana kaliang ulat ulas ngap ha halor katai ki mat jingye kren bat penpauru bau kwa ban tip susu halor ke MRSSE. Hak ju upo luong ru bak sorkar ka de ban pan biang ya kabel bat ban ra biang sakayeng do bat ho anjong kajala.
Placed before him, before the Honorable Governor, our felt need on two things. One is, I will give you the text of the letter also, so that you will have it. One is in relation to ensure that there is an understanding for the justification of the demand for the implementation of inner line permit under the purview of the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873 and implement it in the state of Meghalaya. This demand for ILP, which was spearheaded for a long time by some of the premier NGOs of the state, particularly the student bodies, have grown louder and louder after the enactment of the contentious Citizenship Amendment Act, as you all are aware. In fact, it became more intense, and the demand for ILP echoed from across the state, based on which, after an in-depth analysis, looking at the genuine apprehension of the people as they are anticipated to unfold after the Citizenship Amendment Act, you will remember that all the political parties in the August House in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly took a unanimous resolution, adopted a unanimous resolution to urge upon Government of India to include Meghalaya under the purview of the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873 and implement ILP. Now this pending. There was an assurance from the state government by the Chief Minister himself that they will pursue aggressively and prevail upon Government of India and see that it's considered and implemented in the state of Meghalaya. Now that should be taken up because this is based on the genuine apprehension of the people post enactment of Citizenship Amendment Act, and keeping in mind, the importance of the state from the geopolitical perspective, with a long international border with Bangladesh and long interstate border with Assam, and the demographic changes that the region as a whole have witnessed in the preceding decades. Therefore, these concerns were appropriately articulated in my letter, the copy of which I will share with all of you, so that you will have what is the points that I have tried to articulate in the letter. And at the same time, urge upon, I have briefed him on the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act. Now, if you recall, the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act was a culmination of a very exhaustive, long-drawn engagement with conglomeration of different civil society organizations to deal with the contentious issues and challenges associated with influx, illegal immigration, and therefore, the concern, safety and security of our people, including, the concern about the likely demographic changes which have been witnessed in different parts of northeastern region. Now, if we look at, the whole mandate of the law, we see that the law has a comprehensive measure incorporated in as far as the mandate of the law is concerned. And it's a multi-pronged, comprehensive approach to deal with these issues. It's not just one, that entry-exit point. It goes beyond, that whole delegation of power to the authorities, which includes the police organization, the local police stations, the local darbar, the Rangbas Nongs. So involvement of the community and the government agencies. How there can be a kind of complete involvement of all concerned while taking care of the interests, including the safety and security of the citizens of the state. And if we recollect, that to implement this Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act 2016, the then government during our time has embarked upon all the necessary measures which is required to be put in place to ensure that the law in totality can be implemented. This includes, strengthening the different organization of the different departments of the government, including the administrative, wings of the government, including the creation of new districts, creation of new civil subdivisions, creation of new blocks, creation of new police stations, strengthening of the police organization, separation of the judiciary from executive. All these were comprehensively designed and expeditiously completed. Now, in addition to that, you are aware that along with the law, you have also various other laws which should be implemented, and then therefore those departments, line departments, who are mandated by law to enforce them were strengthened further. And the only problem was that after the formation of the new government, they wanted some amendment. They proposed an amendment and passed the amendment bill in the assembly, if you recollect. Now this amendment bill passed by the assembly, we have expressed our concern that time. However, it was passed in the assembly, piloted by the government, is pending to be assented by the government, by the governor. Now, we try to know why it should be pending. Another thing is, if it is pending and if it's likely to be delayed, we subscribe the idea of recalling the amendment bill and ensure that Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act 2016 in its original form is implemented immediately, and ensure that the concerns of the people are to an extent possible addressed by operationalization of this beautifully conceptualized multi-pronged operational act. Now, I'll be writing a letter to the Chief Minister to share with him what we have shared with the governor and request the government to recall the amendment bill and ensure that the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act 2016 is operationalized in its original form without further delay, in the best interest of the state, best interest of the people as a whole, and aggressively pursue with Government of India and prevail upon them for bringing Meghalaya under the purview of Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873 and implement IL. I'm thankful that he has given a very patient hearing. He wanted to know more about the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act. I had the privilege to give him a background as to how the whole legislation ultimately took place, the culmination, the whole process of culmination, culminating into the enactment of Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act 2016, and how this region, including Meghalaya, has always had these challenges associated with the issues of influx and illegal immigration, and therefore there was a need to have something which is through the mandate of law to address those concerns more comprehensively, not in isolation, but more in more totality.